Hi, this is Shannon from Strategic Intervention Solutions. Today we're going to show you an extension of how to do our Mathmites Showdown. Today this board has a decimal addition board to it. We also have subtraction, whole numbers. We also have 2-digit plus 2-digit, 3-digit plus 2-digit, 1-digit. We also even offer a blank game board for you that you can create your own by putting in the PDF any problems that you might be working with to see if students can solve it multiple ways. In the game Mathmites Showdown, we're going to feature some of the characters that we've been learning about and showing how you can answer those with decimals. We're going to use our new pencil toppers that we have to kind of show the different strategies and how you can relate them to either any of the characters that we might work with. So one of our characters you might visit is DC to show how to do decomposing, Abracus with compensation, the value pack, which we could use with partial sums, and then we also have our favorite friend T-Pops with the traditional. We're going to play this game by kind of showing off our strategies. Kids would need to have strategies to be able to show how they can solve different problems. I'm going to first start off with doing a problem, and I'm going to roll my die and come up with a character that I want to use that I roll and find a problem that would match using the strategy of DC. I'm thinking of using this strategy with DC with 5 6/10 plus 2 4/10. You could grab your pencil topper to kind of show how you solve with DC. I'm going to go ahead and show it with the marker so that you can see our problem a little bit more clearer. I'm going to do 5 6/10 plus 2 4/10. DC, just like when he's working with whole numbers, he really likes it when things are really friendly. These numbers to him are not as friendly as he wants them to be. 5 6/10 is not friendly, but if I went to a 6, it's a lot closer and a lot more friendlier. 2 4/10 isn't friendly, and so he might want to utilize part of the 2 4/10 to help him make his 6. So DC is going to decompose and kind of smash the 2 4/10. He's going to decompose it into 4/10 and 2, because this 4/10 added to the 5 6/10 will make a nice friendly number 6. He's going to take that and add it to the whole number 2 to make this problem that once looks more difficult pretty easy, with 6 plus 2 being 8. DC did a great job, and I put my counter there to show that I solved that with DC. It's a great accountability sheet in the Mathmites Showdown to get people to show off how they know their strategy. My partner might go and have a different color counter and be able to roll the die and show how they can solve a problem with another character. I rolled Abracus. Abracus represents the strategy of compensation. Compensation can be used in whole numbers, but it also can be used in decimals. So I'm going to look carefully on my board to see what problem I might want to use that might lend itself to the strategy of compensation. I'm going to try this problem here because it looks very close to something I'm thinking of. So I'm going to grab my Abracus marker and show how I solve 4 9/10 plus 4 9/10. Abracus has magical power and can kind of zap numbers temporarily to make them more friendly. 4 9/10 is really close to just making it 5. When we make that change, we like to note it by what we did. So here we added 1/10 and we changed it to 5. I'm going to add and go to this number, which is also really close to 5, and I might also add 1/10 to make it 5. 5 plus 5 is easy, it's 10. But we know that's not the answer because Abracus kind of compensated the numbers, and so we have to be able to zap that back. So if I added 2/10, I know that I have to take away 2/10. So if I took my 10 and I minus 2/10, I would know that I would be at 9 8/10 to get my answer. I'm able to show that I can solve the addition of 2 decimals using a strategy called compensation. My partner might decide to go and show how they can use their strategy another way. If I were to roll and I end up coming up with the value pack character in the Mathmites all are their value. The value is the number that they are kind of holding on to. So when this 2 and 7 is together, the value of the red character is not 2, it's actually 20. We also have these characters that are used in the decimals using different colors to kind of represent the decimals that represent our place value strips. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use our value pack in one of the problems. I'm going to go ahead and put one of my red counters on one of these, which is going to be our 6 and 8 tenths plus 3 and 3 tenths. So I'm going to have my 6 and 8 tenths plus 3 and 3 tenths. I'm going to go ahead and decompose this by their value. The value here is 6. The value here is 8 tenths. I'm going to go ahead and decompose 3 and 3 tenths into 3, and then I have my 3 tenths. I'm decomposing. Don't get confused with what we were doing with DC, because DC was decomposing to make a friendly number. In this case, we're decomposing by place value. If I added my 6 and my 3 together, I know that totals 9. When I add my 8 tenths plus my 3 tenths, kids have to think about what they're really making here. Our place value discs that sort of have our decimal tiles on it could help kids to see that they're actually creating that whole, which is 1 and 1/10, because we add the 2 tenths to the 8 tenths to get our 1, and then we have 1/10 left. So if we added our 9 plus 1 and 1/10, we know that our total for this problem is 10 and 1/10. All of us know how to use T-Pops in this case, so we don't need to actually show this. In the game board, you're welcome to use the different kinds of strategies, the counters. You could also try to challenge your partner to get 4 in a row, diagonally, vertically, or horizontally, by forcing yourself to maybe use a strategy that might come in handy to kind of block or maybe get your 4 in a row. You can also talk about how efficient your strategies are that you're working with. You know, some people might feel that it's more efficient or faster to get problem solved through T-Pops. Some people might find the regrouping process a little bit more putsy and a little bit more slow, and so they want to find kind of that jet plane or that most efficient way that you can solve the problems that you encounter in Mathville. Our MathMite diced pencil toppers come with all of our friends from Mathville, where you can use those pencil toppers within a game in your classroom. You also can get our addition and subtraction dice with all of the MathMite friends on it. And we also have a fun value pack that you can buy that comes with the character bundle, where it comes with the dice and then it comes with all of our characters that we have here. Visit our website at SIS4teachers.org and check out our YouTube video for other animated videos on the MathMites, and as well as tutorial videos on all kinds of things that you can use in math. Thanks for joining us.